Yo, what's good everyone? This is Ayo Boxing from Madiba, and here's my post-fight review of Mauricio Lara versus Leigh Wood. And this was another fight I wish I put money on because based on how the first fight went, I knew that Wood could beat Lara in the rematch. Wood was beating Lara in the first fight until he decided to take a risk in exchange with Lara, causing him to get KO'd. However, this time was completely different. Wood would dominate Lara for the majority of the fight, and I see that people are saying that Lara threw the fight and it was rigged, and I'll admit that the pre-fight stuff with Lara's weight and him being stripped of his title was weird and fishy. However, there was nothing rigged about this fight. This fight was a repeat of the first fight, but this time Wood didn't do anything risky that led to a KO mistake. The fight started off somewhat similar to the first fight, but at a slower pace. Wood would come out utilizing his lead hand to jab, probe, and measure in order to control the distance, dictate the range, and set up his own right hand and combinations. Lara, on the other hand, was looking to counterpunch and explode with lunging, leaping attacks to catch Wood off guard, and both found success in the first round doing this. Wood used his jab to keep Lara at distance and land some right hands, while Lara landed a few counterpunches and found his spots to explode with combinations. Round 2 would start off faster, with Lara being more aggressive with his strategy. He would even catch Wood with a clean left hook that seemed to buzz him. However, Wood remained cool and continued his strategy of outboxing Lara, and the strategy would pay off as he would drop Lara with a right uppercut near the end of the round. After this happened, Lara would become more aggressive and try to push the pace in the following rounds. He began to explode more, leaping in with combinations, and he was able to find success doing this, especially when he added a left hook at the end of the combinations. He would also try to counterpunch more frequently. However, Wood made an adjustment. He used his footwork to step back and out of Lara's range, but Wood was never out of position when he did this. He was still within his own range to fire back or smother Lara. This allowed Wood to neutralize Lara's offense and continue a strategy of outboxing Lara by using a jab to dictate the range, distance, and pacing of the fight. And by the 7th round, Wood was in full control. He kept Lara at the end of his jab, holding his ground in the middle of the ring, and he would pot shot and throw combinations off the jab. Lara had no answer and could not make an adjustment. Wood would go on to do the same thing for the rest of the fight, never taking an unnecessary risk, but controlling the fight with the lead hand along with his right hand. In summary, Wood outboxed and dominated Lara in all aspects of this fight. The fight wasn't really entertaining, but respected Leigh Wood for sticking to the game plan, avenging his loss, regaining his title, and stopping the UK-Mexican curse. And I see a lot of excuses being made for Lara, but the fight was more or less a repeat of the first fight, excluding the KO. So I don't know why some fans are surprised on how Lara fought. Regardless, I respect Lara and I wish him the best. He's still a top fighter at featherweight, and I believe he'll be fighting for a world title again, but I don't know what's his next move. Wood said in the post-fight interview that he would want a unification with Renato Lopez, so maybe that happens next. But who knows, this is boxing, anything can happen. But thank you for tuning in with Ayo Boxing from Madiba. Hit like and subscribe, and more content's coming your way.